Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and I'm happy that you're here. Today we'll be making two Lego creations inspired by Project Hail Mary using fan-made designs on Rebrickable. One is a Rocky friend design and the other is a more scary monster design. I thought it would be fun to build both and see how they compare. Let's get started. So for our first build, we are going to build Rocky Space Friend using the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Cute Bunny Set. As soon as I saw these Project Hail Mary inspired builds, I knew I wanted to try them. Both of these builds are fan-made designs from Rebrickable, which is such a fun place to find creative custom Lego projects. I set up my space and I got to work sorting. I always think it's amazing when people can look at a set or a pile of parts and imagine something completely different. The bulk of my project time was actually sorting out the pieces that I actually needed to use. The sorting process definitely took longer than I anticipated. One thing that really helped was that Rebrickable includes an inventory list. Having the inventory list made it easier to spot what I needed without digging as much. Once all the pieces were pulled out, it was a pretty quick assembly. I always love when a build starts out as a random little pile of pieces and then suddenly becomes, boom, recognizable. It started taking shape pretty quickly, and I could already tell it was going to have a lot of personality. One of the coolest parts of this whole project was getting to build something inspired by the creativity of the Rebrickable designer community. And this one definitely had the friendlier energy right away. Doing the first build helped me figure out a better process for the second. I always appreciate when a project teaches me a better way to do the next one. This is where it really started to come together. Seeing the details come together was really satisfying. The instructions for Rocky Space Friend are $3, but it was well worth the $3. And because Rocky Space Friend did so well and people are really inspired by Project Hail Mary, the Rebrickable designer, the Astral J, made Scary Space Monster, and he is free. Once Rocky Friend was finished, it was time to move on to the second build. And for our second build, we'll be building Scary Space Monster using the I Am Groot Lego set. For this Rocky, I tried a different strategy in sorting out all of the pieces from the I Am Groot Lego set. On Rebrickable, they actually have a tab where you can see the inventory that has all of the pieces that you'll need. And as you can see, you can buy all of these individual pieces for less than $35. You don't even have to buy the set if you know the inventory of the pieces. And that's one of the things I love about Rebrickable. I found these on Rebrickable and thought they were such a fun idea. I wanted to build both and see how they compare. Before I really got started, I spent some time sorting everything out. For the second build, I tried to be a lot more intentional about how I sorted pieces before starting. In the first build, I literally went through the instructions step by step and pulled the pieces until I had all of them pulled out. For the second build, I went right to that inventory list. And even though I took the time to sort all of these pieces, there were still a couple that I missed that I had to go hunt and peck and find. The setup took longer, but the building itself was really fun. By the second build, I knew what I was doing a lot more. To me, the first one almost represents Rocky after he's made friends. And then the second one is when Grace meets him for the first time and is intimidated. this one definitely has a very different presence. Once I got to the second build, I felt a lot more efficient because I had a better system. It was fun figuring out what worked best as I went. This ended up being one of those builds where the process got easier as I learned it. The second build has a completely different energy. Rocky Friend feels cuter and friendlier, while the other has a much more stronger alien, scary monster presence. It feels much more alien and much more dramatic, and I really liked seeing that contrast after building the first one. It's so interesting seeing two designs made by the same person, inspired by the same world, go in such different directions. Seeing them side by side is honestly one of the best parts, because they feel like two very different interpretations. I just want to give this one a hug, and this one, he's got my back. I love how different they turned out. They ended up feeling really different, both in the build process and in the final look. I had a lot of fun making these. Let me know which one you like better. You two are too cute. Me and my new Iridian friends. This Iridian, made from the cute bunny set, is definitely the cuter, friendlier Rocky. And this Iridian is definitely the more scarier one. I mean, he literally comes with a weapon. I thought his name was a nice nod to the reference from the book. When you're looking at them side by side, you can definitely tell that one is bigger than the other. This one, I feel like, is bigger. You kind of get more like hefty bang for your buck. And this one is lighter, more friendlier style. I almost kind of like imagine like it's like Rocky and Adrian. Like you've got like, I will protect my Adrian. And Adrian is like, I don't need you to protect me, Rocky. It's very cute. So let me know which Iridian you prefer and if I should do more Lego builds in the future down in the comments. I hope you had a fun time building with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Amaze, amaze, amaze! See you in the next video? Question?